Hello, my name is Jessica Klish, and I'm a Canadian chef in the super yacht industry. I'm currently finishing the May 2017 Level 1 Raw Fundamental course. For my final project, my inspiration was cashews. I was in Indonesia for 8 months, and the cashews that they have there are amazing. They're buttery, sweet, and tender. And I really wanted to make some dishes that incorporated this and showed off their sweetness and their texture. So for my first dish, I did a raw root vegetable tart. New Zealand is in its winter, and I was just in New Zealand, so I wanted to focus on the local produce. The root vegetable tart has a cashew base. It has a cashew cheese. Now the cashew base is really light. Cashew cheese, I incorporated a bit of coconut yogurt so that it was light as well, but still rich. And on top it has a fennel carrot quenelle and is garnished with the dehydrated root vegetables, which were rainbow carrots and baby beetroot. And as well, I did some radish slices, radish sprouts, and fennel fronds. So I wanted to keep this really small. It's the start of the course, so I wanted a richness that really would pair well with drinks and would also satisfy the customer right away and just kind of quell their appetite. So for my second course, I did a mushroom chowder using local mushrooms and blending it with some coconut milk and coconut water and some seasonings. I wanted this a bit thicker but light, which is why I added the coconut milk, is just to add that richness but kept it light. I garnished this with some sprouts, fresh mushrooms, some saffron rose salt that I made, which was a lot of fun, and also some basil oil, which I also garnished my first dish with as well. For dessert, the Kiwis really loved their sticky date pudding, so I tried to do a raw version of this. This dish I didn't actually execute, but I will be making it for my guests on the boat. So it involves a chocolate cookie made of cashews and cocoa powder and agave nectar and some espresso. I would use fresh espresso, so I'd probably cool that down just a shot, really concentrated. Dehydrate it for up to 30 hours so it's nice and crisp, and just break it apart. Keep the shapes organic. I would do a cashew mascarpone as the cream for the sticky date pudding, and also a salted caramel. So the salted caramel, I would use cashews, coconut nectar, a little bit of water, some melted coconut butter that I would whip in last, some vanilla, and a bit of salt. And then I would maybe crumble up the cookie and also garnish with the cookie and some cocoa nibs. So I feel like my dishes really were utilizing the plating techniques I've been learning, which I wasn't really taught in my traditional cooking experience. And I've been really excited about the plating and the utilization of negative space, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around because, I was taught to put it in the middle and put more and stack it high. So this is fun to learn these new artistic techniques, as well as the flavor pairings and utilization. So that's been interesting in the raw realm as opposed to the cooked. So again, lots of fun to learn, definitely expanding my horizons. And out of this, out of the dishes that I prepared, I loved making the saffron salt using rose oil. I really feel like rose adds such a nice depth to things. The saffron was very colorful. And also the tart base for my root vegetable tart. It was light and crumbly, yet just added enough buttery richness to really grab the cheese and the fennel carrot pate. So, as far as recipe testing and why it's essential, I actually don't follow recipes on the boat. I kind of go backwards. I just taste as I go, and then I'll write down what I added and used as I tasted. So recipe testing for me is really important, because if I actually want to write things down, then I need to really focus on trying what I'm making and thinking about it actually being a recipe, because I just do everything on the fly. So that's it. I hope you enjoy my final project. Thank you for your time.